session with love and light, grip on your ancestors, soul family, higher self, and guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, grandma, dad, and the rest of my benevolent team. I ask you to protect, reflect, and return to sender any low vibrational negative energies that try to come through before, during, or after the session. I ask you to show me the truth for the great good of myself and for mankind. Open this session. Right. Good evening. The shopping is getting better. Do you want me to pick your card? So, hello. Do you want me to pick your card? Say when. Tell me when. Hello. Well done. Well done, you. Impressive statistics. Thanks a lot. Oh, okay. Here's the first one. What's this? Strength. Oh. Now. Importance. Important. Because on my tarot deck, which I've made, 8 strength. My grandma, her name was Lenora, but she was supposed to be called Leonora, which is Leo. Strength card is Leo. She is my grandma. The hill represents Brent Knoll, who is near to me, gives me strength. Ooze is the rune for strength. Number 8 is infinity. And, well, on this card, I'll put my thumb over this bit because it sort of shows a bit of boobage, but the lady has a swan on her back, almost like an angel. My grandma is my angel. And that's amazing. We have like a river, a fire, almost like the sun, an archway over the top, archway, golden arch, golden river, a cup, 2 birds, a 2 of cups. We can take that as well. Slightly different from the original, but we'll have that. Strength, power, strength and power. Hide this card. Deanne, yours is strength. just going to pick 3 cards. Unless someone else wants one. Tell me when. Or give us a like. We've already got strength. Tell me when. Tell me when. Oh, not taking them. Oh. Oh, 2 of Pentacles, that's good. That's good. Yes, it is. ASMR cards, yes. Well done. Very intuitive. 2 of Pentacles, that's good. That means you're building up your pennies for a stronger foundation for the future. Ooh, what's there? The 8 of Cups. And Justice. Justice. Come on, focus. Focus. Anyway, just to say my word for it, it's Justice. So, the 8 of Cups on this card has like a mermaid holding 1 cup with 8 falling down on sort of a vortex. Don't know if you can see that. Interesting enough. And the Justice, it speaks for itself. If you've been wronged, heavily wronged by a person or a group of people, justice is coming in to serve the justice. And the interesting thing of the Justice card is like, how can I put it? It is like the scales of justice, you see, with the feather of Mut, where basically to ascend into the afterlife and not go into the underworld, your soul and your life has to weigh less than a feather. Can you see that? There you go. Pitch wave. There we go. But let it be known that justice will always be served. Well, I think, thank you. Some nice cards there. So, let's pull a couple more. Ooh, something in my mouth. The bell was ringing in my right ear, which means somebody is murmuring, bitching. Be careful. Tell me when. Oh. The High Priestess. The High Priestess. The owl. There. The ram's horn either side, which shows the twin flames. She has like the sun behind her, watching out. Can't make that out very well. The High Priestess, lovely card, means that the person or yourself is very much intuitive, very tapped in to the greater beings, and is a master of divination and uses her psychic gifts to understand what's going on in life. Interesting enough. Are you a High Priestess? Good cards, huh? Good cards. So, I think maybe we'll have a look at Divine Feminine. This deck, oh yeah, that deck I'm using, Tarot, is called the Soulscape Tarot. That's interesting. I didn't notice that before. You can scan it for the guidebook, which feels really good. It doesn't come with a guidebook. I don't know who's by then. Don't say. Shame. Anyway, let's go for Divine Oracle. Divine Feminine Oracle. By Megan Waterson. Artwork by Elizabeth Chiva Gesserman. Tell me when. Tell me when. Tell me when. Welcome. Tell me when to stop. Give it a shot. Don't be afraid to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me the word. To it. Bloody hell. Now this is a bit rude, so I'm going to cover up the boobies and the fluff. But this is Inanna. The Queen of Heaven and Earth. And I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. She's got wings, she's got the sun behind her, crowning her corona halo. And she's got dark hair, blue eyes, beautiful, beautiful. She's even got a bit of a hairy armpits going on, but you know, I suppose that is a natural thing. And we have Vajrayogini, the essence of all Buddhas. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. And I believe I can show you her card because there's nothing rudy upon that. But there you go. Vajrayogini. Vajrayogini. I've heard that one before. And there's a book. Let's see what the book says. Inanna, the Queen of Heaven. 202. Nice numbers. Interesting. Inanna. Inanna. What's the name? Inanna represents the power that comes back to us when we accept and integrate our shadow. Inanna was the most prominent female deity in ancient Mesopotamia. At the height of her worship, around the Uruk period of 4000 to 2000 BCE, temples and shrines dedicated to Inanna lined the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Her name is Sumerian for Lady of Heaven. Her temples house her priestesses, and they would take a man to bed with them on the spring equinox to reenact the divine marriage or Hieros Gamos between Inanna and her consort Dumuzi. The Hieros Gamos is an ancient ritual of uniting the opposites from within, the female and the male, the light and the dark. The male and the female, the light and the dark, and most especially heaven and earth. This theme occurs in accounts of Inanna's descent into the underworld to find her sister Ereshkigal. She must take off an article of clothing at each of the 7 gates, so that when she finally reaches her sister, she is naked. And Inanna ascends. She does so with Ereshkigal's power. When your soul selects her card, Inanna goes into the depths of her own unconscious to merge with her twin sister self. She becomes more powerful because she is no longer using conscious psychic energy to keep her shadow or negative attributes hidden deep underground. She courageously descends and faces the aspects of herself that are hard to get. So when she's fully dressed or cloaked heavenly in the ego, there you go, in the ego. Inanna is an invitation to get naked. Ooh. She wants us to drop our defences. She wants us to see how holy and sacred it is to be vulnerable. As above, so below. This is an alchemical adage that suggests heaven and earth are not so separate. It suggests that within us, deep down in the dark ages where we place parts of ourselves, the truths that also exist right here on the surface of our everyday lives. So if we are exerting great amounts of energy to keep from seeing our shadow, is actually playing a large role in our conscious life. When we can face what we think is dark or negative about us, I mean really embrace it and see it for what it is, bracket, a beautiful broken place that is a call for love, bracket, then we can emerge more whole. We can marry the light and dark aspects of our being, and in uniting with our twin sister from the depths, we can stop projecting her onto other women. We can see and own the hot mess we often are and not get sabotaged by it. The light must cast a shadow, and the high priestess is the one who gets called to love them both. Well, funnily enough, there you go, the high priestess. Oh, it's a bit bloody blurry, isn't it? The high priestess, come on. The high priestess, which I already pulled. Soul voice meditation. Can I love my shadow as much as my light? Intention, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. Well, that's Inanna, the Queen of Heaven, which is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful card. Now, the next one is Vajrayogini, 1917. This is a great deck, by the way. The Divine Feminine, we got it in Glastonbury. Because fire and Divine Feminine intricately mixed with Divine Masculine, 50-50, 50-50, that's what we talk about. So we have Vajrayogini. These cards are a little bit out there, so doesn't show anything else. Naughty. The essence of all Buddhas. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. Excuse me. To say about that burping, releasing energy. Vajrayogini is the power we all possess to transform mundane experiences into higher spiritual paths. Vajrayogini is considered the supreme deity of the Tantric pantheon. She is both a Dakini, Tantric priestess, and a female Buddha. According to scholar Miranda Shaw, no other male Buddha, including the divine consort, approaches her metaphysical or practical import. She is the essence of all the Buddhas, and to meditate on her brings immediate blessings to the practitioner. Oh. Her red body symbolizes her inner fire, and the flames that surround her represent her exalted wisdom. Her third eye reflects her ability to see through the reality of all things in the past, present, and future. She carries Dakini's curved knife, which is like a Gurkha's knife, which is known as a kukri, which cuts through all obstacles and illusions. She holds a bowl of blood which represents the bliss that awaits us when we realise the ego's attachment to who we are. Vajrayogini, the central figure in Vajrayana Buddhism and Tantric initiations. She's considered the meditation deity and comes to a practitioner during a visualization of her form. She helps liberate us from ordinary concepts and ordinary appearances so that we can see through to the truth of what exists all around us. She is easier to reach during dark times in our lives, even if we feel far from spiritual. She wants to liberate us. When your soul selects her card, no matter what has happened recently or in the past, Vajrayogini, or Genie maybe, reminds us that we possess the fierce wisdom that transmutes any pain or suffering into deep lessons to free us and bring us more joy. She's the call to wake up if we've fallen into that old myth that something or someone outside us is going to save us. She's here to make it loud and clear that what is within us will save us. We can take this moment right here, right now, to turn everything sacred. Her energy is sharp, intense, and uncompromising. She will not let you remain in an illusion or a disempowering story about who you really are. She wants you to sever all the ties to your ego's relationships to a person or to events in your life, and to see it again with the third eye, with the wisdom that can perceive the deeper spiritual path beneath human drama. The red female Buddha is the power we all have in every moment to take a seemingly everyday event or an annoyance or an unfortunate occurrence and use it for our own enlightenment. She reminds us that everything is rich material for us to use to elevate our reality as an embodied soul. Soul voice meditation. Can I see the lesson? Can I see the lesson in the chaos? Oh. Intention. I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. Wow, what a bloody amazing card. I thought Anana was powerful. This girl, Vajrayogini. I want to look her up and I'm going to meditate on her. I'm going to meditate on her tonight before I go to bed. Oh, what is this? Moth or butterfly? Where have you gone? Blimey. So there you go. I'll cover her up because it's a bit weird. What's it like? Vajrayogini. A powerful, powerful card. I've been asleep all weekend, mate, so I can't really sleep now. So I thought, you know what? I've changed my name, I don't know if you noticed, because, well, I changed the Pathfinder because I fell out with the boys, and I thought, I can do my own thing, but actually, I can't do it without them, so Pathfinder something on is gone, and now it is Ra, Angelo de Terra, which means Earth Angel. Would you like me to put you a Divine Feminine Oracle card, just JP? Doesn't mean you're a girl. In fact, if you embrace the Divine Feminine as a man, I believe makes you even more of a man. Do you want one? Yes, okay. Tell me when. Thank you. As always. Say the word. Well, it's Anana again, but as we've already had it on, I shouldn't have probably put her back in the pack. But you can, I would take, oh, I've got to be careful showing Anana because she has a boob and a bit of bush showing. But once again, go for it, have Anana because I'll pull another one because she's already been pulled on the pack. And so does this one. So let's do it again. Right. Ready? Oh, do you know what? That one's come out, so we'll have that one. Parvati, the goddess of devotion. So I'm pointing to, I've got this deck in Glastonbury. Parvati, I am love that doesn't leave. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. Beautiful. 76. 76 is what year were you born, just JP? I'm the 79 crew. Is it? Parvati. Nice. 73. Parvati embodies the divine strength of devotion. She is the mountain that love becomes when we devote ourselves to another and to our own soul. Parvati is the Hindu goddess of fertility, love and devotion, and divine strength and power. She is a gentle, nurturing aspect of Shakti, wow, or feminine energy. She is a part of the Tridevi, a trinity of powerful Hindu goddesses, with Lakshmi. No, you won't be, will you? And Saraswati. Parvati name means she of the mountain. Her mountain background. Her icons and depictions date back to 400 BCE. She is Shiva's wife and holds his trident as she is the mother of Ganesha. Ooh, there you go. I'll tell you what, synchronicities there. Because, I'll finish and tell you, the Hindu god who removes all obstacles. Shiva lives with Parvati in her house on Mount Kailash. The favourite pastime is discussing Hindu theology. Traditionally, in India, a woman goes to live with her husband's family, so this reversal reveals Parvati's priority and power. By living on Mount Kailash, Shiva becomes part of Parvati's lineage. She is the blood that connects all human beings, a bond of love that helps our souls evolve. When your soul selects this card, what is soft, gentle, and nurturing like water can be far more powerful than what is inflexible and fierce. The energy of this mountain goddess is about the strength we can give and receive when we devote ourselves to the healthy bonds of love. Parvati is about the divine feminine potency of being calm, benevolent, present, especially when something seems to threaten a deeply meaningful relationship. Oh my goodness. Transformation with this goddess calls for softening. When a situation is hard, even painful, Parvati is suggesting that you allow your fist to unfold. Oh, that's wonderful, mate. Transformation with this goddess calls for a softening. When a situation is hard, even painful, Parvati is suggesting that you allow your fist to unfold and open and release what is clenched in fear or stress. Remember that your love is a mountain that cannot be moved, and that this bond between you is holy. No human hands or words can ever break it. The answer of what's next or highest for you can be found through the subtle act of simply abiding, not reacting, not running, not hiding. A deep reservoir of power can surge up from within us when we choose to remain present, letting devotion inhabit us in moments when our ego has typically fled, infuses us within the capacity to transform all of our relationships. Devotion is not attachment, it's letting go of the illusion that you and this lover, this friend, this child or family member, this soul within can ever really be separate from you. Devotion brings us home to the point and purpose of every relationship. Love, a love that can never leave, and that like a mountain can never move. A love that evolves the soul. Soul voice meditation. What am I most devoted to in this moment? Intention. I am a love that doesn't leave. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. What a beautiful card. That is absolutely fantastic. I mean, God bless you, JP. Well, I mean, that's a hell of a bloody card, that is. There is, in this book, there is, let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 57 cards. Of all them 57 cards, you picked the best one, I would say. I mean, I haven't been through every single one of them, but I don't think it gets much better than that. Parvati, she was Mrs. and Shakti's mum. I don't really understand the whole pantheon of Hindu, but I am Ganesh. She's Ganesh's mum. She is the mountain, and my grandma, who was the strength leader god, that ain't a hill, it's a mountain. It was called the Mount of Frogs. But no, Mount Sion, as I always call it. The connections are infinite, my friend. Bless you. And I think on that note, although I just want to get some, yeah, I just want to check this out, JP. Here's my this is my first proper I've done loads of art now, but this is like my masterpiece so far, which I need to spend a bit of time detailing. I need the background, I'm happy with the background, but the inner sanctum, like I need to highlight all these bits and do a little bit more because it's a little bit rough. It's like 3 angels of the light. So I need to do a little bit more to this before I'm totally happy with it. I've left it for a long time, but I couldn't have done it if it weren't for my time looking after my dad and for my person, their belief in me. I could do anything I wanted to, which I can. I don't even notice what this stuff is. But that I've got to spend some more time doing it, finishing it off properly. Like, and this thing here, I didn't know what the hell that was, but it just happened. I was like, but it's like a I don't know, elemental. Who knows? But it's look, I done that wings there first. Oh, you can see them. Yeah, I know what you mean. But like they say, it's like a work in progress. Well, that's still. I said to my mum earlier about it. She goes, well, you know, she says it is a little bit rough around those bits. She said you could spend a bit more time doing it, which I agree. I haven't been 100% happy with it, but when it is finished, I mean, seriously, when I first started trying to do art, my person gave me the belief or made me want to not be negative about art after I'd been told by I've been told by 2 spiritual advisors about art, and both times I was like, I'm shit at art. And they were like, no, 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 no. And I was terrible. But I had that like negative mindset that I couldn't do it. And when the person who I respect and love the most in the whole world, I don't mean like in a dirty way, I mean in like a genuine, deep, deep love. I started trying, doing a bit more. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even draw a stick man walking a stick dog. Literally couldn't do it. And now I look at that and I think, phew, that's like once that's like just a little tiny few tweaks when I'm happy with it. The thing I find the hardest with art is like trying to do faces, eyes and noses and whatnot. So on those ones I left them blank. I mean on this one I've done my grammar. I think we've done the eyes quite well on this. Hello, how are you doing? I'm grandma. No, my grandma. Yes, you're right. Well, I don't. But, hey, what the fuck? This is bloody. This is bloody story on there, which I didn't even know was on there. It's come through from the thing underneath. It says oblivion, 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 oblivion. When my dad, wow, look at that. See, no matter what, you go over the art and it seeps through, see it? Like an undertone. Oblivion. Just you see. Yeah, well, so when you draw like a grid, I've got a lot better, I must admit. I've learned, my mum told me an interesting thing. When you do an eye, you do the shadow of an eye, of the, in, like the reflection, it needs to be curved, like your eyeball, which is interesting. So yeah, I will. I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to go to bed in a minute, I think. But they were great cards. They were great cards. So thank you, JP, for coming by. And I'm going to go to bed now. I think it's time because I have got work tomorrow. But because I've been in bed all weekend, I'm not really heavy energies going on. I've slept and dreamt. Jesus, dreams. Do you get heavy dreams? Punchism. What's that? Oh, you know what? Thank you. This reminds me of something my friend Bridget Rowell was doing with art and free flowing art. No, I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to look it up. But the dreams I've had over the last sort of since Saturday, I slept. I subconsciously I've forgotten, but oh right, so you get it perfect. Yeah, that's a good idea because you can sort of manipulate that, can't you? Anywho's, on Friday was the anniversary of my dad's passing, which I'd sort of gone out of my mind. I think that was like I got a bit smashed on Friday night, and Saturday didn't happen. And I've slept from Saturday, Sunday, and most of the day. And I've got up this afternoon and thought, right, get up, get back on it, get up back on your bike or your horse, or whatever you want to call it, and start riding again. So that's what I've done. I've done a quick. I've changed my name, as you can see, because I am Ra. Or maybe I'm not Ra, but Ra works with me. I literally had him in my hand earlier. Sunray, straight into my hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. So I'm going to cut this off at 44:44. Magic, isn't it? That's magic. That's magic. That was like amazing for me. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye. Peace. And at 44:44, love ya.